Former President Trump and his allies are ramping up warning that Trump might, President of the United States, might seek payback for the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago club if if he recaptures the presidency. On Wednesday, Trump posts a link and an article headline: "The payback for Mar-a-Lago will be brutal" on his True Social account. The article, an op penned by the Wall Street Journal, conservative, editorial board members, Kimberly Strassel or whatever, argues that the FBI search of the President of the United States, Trumpy Bear, Palm Beach Club Mar-a-Lago, could set off a toxic cycle of reprisal and escalation once Republicans get back into power. Strass, or whatever her name is, suggested that a future Republican controlled Department of Justice may decide to start raiding homes of prominent even Democrats, including creepy ass Joe Biden and the Secretary of State Hillary fucking murderous Clinton, former President Barack Obama. All the crooks that put all the shit you see that happened with coronavirus, all the riots in the streets, George Floyd, every single shooting and everything that all the scramble of Black Lives Matter and all the bullshit have been solely based on the demon democratical scheme that they cooked up in order to save their behind from being prosecuted for the crimes of 47, 50 years of straight Luciferian trickery and garbage and war and murder and blood sucking and probably even child sacrifice. The post is only the most recent signal Trump and his allies are considering reprisal. Trump, longtime personal attorney Rudy Giuliani, explicitly warned last week that Trump will send federal agents to creepy Joe Biden's house if Trump wins the next election. So you see, if Trump gets elected, the first thing he will do is raid every one of Biden's creepy Joe Biden's house. Giuliani told the New York Post. Giuliani said it would be a legitimate response to the Mar-a-Lago search, which he called politically motivated raid aimed at hurting Trump political future. And I say the same thing, and me and Giuliani agree on that point. You know what I'm saying? So we see a lot of shit going on with these idiots. You know what I'm saying? Now we see Mitch McConnell say there's a 50-50 chance Republicans will take control of the Senate. And they need to. If you're going to clean this thing up, you need to get Republicans back in the seat, or at least in position to keep the demon Democrats from doing the garbage that we've seen for 47 years, including coronavirus, all the way up to mandates, executive orders, and so on. Mad restrictions and have people wearing this and wearing that, knowing it was bad for their health to begin with, having them, feel that they have no choice to say no against something that may have been even experimental. What we know it is, but in more ways than one. And then the people decide anyway because they want to get back to a normal life. They make over probably 800 something billion people take something that we don't know what it really is and what the future of it is for you within the realm of yourself. So now we don't know in 20 years everybody's going to turn into something. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever is sitting there based on what they have put there because they made sure that they made people believe that. And then when people fought against it with the Constitution and so forth and so on, the rights of the people, then the first thing they did is they made sure that they put the oversight of a pandemic in the situation based on going back to work and so forth. So either way, you didn't get trapped then, you get trapped dead. So we see the bullshit with the demon Democrats. Same thing going on with these school shootings. A lot of them don't seem to be um, something of an individual, chaotic, retarded individual sprouting racism in more ways than one. It seems more like they're sleepwalkers working for the demon Democrats, cause a political overstanding to try to take away people's guns, cause massive confusion, and keep the heat off their fucking neck. Now, I mean, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Monday he thinks it's a 50-50 possibility that the Republicans the Republicans take the Senate in the November midterm elections and final outcome will be close. The Senate is now eventually divided with a 50 demon Democrat and 50 Republicans. Although demon Democrats control the chamber, the Vice President Kamala has the tiebreaker, and that's bullshit. I don't believe in that. She should not have the fucking tiebreaker because she's a demon Democrat to begin with. Second of all, she's the Vice President. You know what I'm saying? First of all, she's a demon Democrat, and second of all, she's the Vice President. Second of all, and she should have nothing to do with anything to do with the chamber. The chamber, she should be free from the chamber. She should not have the decisive tiebreaker in the chamber. Mitch McConnell last week said he thinks it's possible a greater likelihood that the House flips then sen- flips than the Senate. You know what I'm saying? He makes his last comment in remarks to Scott County Chamber of Commerce luncheon in Georgia, Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? As we see, and we're gonna leave it there. Now we see the NPR's Eric Deegan warns CNN against creating false equivalence between left and right uh, wing policy. You know what I'm saying? Politics. I'm sorry. The press needs to feel free to call out prejudice and stereotypes without being accused of being unfair, politically sad. You know what I'm saying? But the NPR Eric Deegans, or whatever his name is, has some concerns about more a political direction, that CNN is seeking under its new boss, Chris Lynch, or whatever his name is, Leach, or whatever his name is, Licht, saying on the network. You know what I'm saying? I hope that what we're not going to see on CNN do is instituted some sort of a false equivalent. On the final episode, and so forth, a reliable source, Sunday, the NPR TV critic said he thinks the problem with the perceptions of the media right now is the lens through which it looks at today's politics and the lack of accountability of politicians who break the law and use damaging rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? The problem is the people put a political lens at the top of something that is about preserving demon mockery, our country, and holding politicians accountable. Dean said during the sentiment. So who was he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time with your rhetoric and your bullshit. If you ain't gonna report some shit, deacon nut, know what I mean? Demon or deacon nut or whatever you call yourself, then what the fuck is you up there talking about in the first place? Shut the fuck up. Stop talking about left and right and this and third. Let's get this country together because you're a news reporter. Who the fuck you working for of the talking that bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, I guess he's on CNN. Look where you at, CNN. Garbage network. You know what I'm saying? DOJ, Department of Justice, subpoenas more security videos suggesting officials believe that Trump is still has more documents, and he should hold on to even more documents that, especially if it's incriminating your fault he has as a demon Democrat, because they are all up there playing a whole bunch of bullshit. But right now, we need the Republicans back in office so we can put a stalemate on the demon Democrats. But they remember, at the same time, the shit that they force up into motherfuckers could be a insurance policy that when Trump takes office, they set this bullshit off. The Department of Justice has subpoenaed more security videos from Mar-a-Lago, you know what I'm saying?